I need a shave and a haircut.
So do I. Need both.
Morning.
Good morning.
It's Friday. It's June 28th, and it's another lovely morning out there. I think the low last night was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought I read that somewhere. No, I have no idea. Obviously, I was passed out asleep, but I thought I read somewhere that met here and said that the low for Kerry was going to be 18 degrees.
I slept all night. I didn't have any trouble. But if you did have trouble sleeping, you're having trouble sleeping at the moment, I found some tips about sleeping in warm weather. So we'll do that in the show today.
Perfect. Well, today it's going to be, again, another scorcher. Not like yesterday. Yesterday did hit the 28 degree mark, but today we're still going to see it around 23, 24, possibly 25 in places. A little bit cloudier than it was yesterday, and it's a little bit windier and breezier. But and we might see definitely some rain later on. But yeah, still, it's a lovely warm morning. It's quite pleasant outside there this morning.
It is. It's really, really nice morning. Some of the big stories in our papers today, starting with the Irish Times this morning. Incoming central bank chief must accept he acted unreasonably on leak, Fianna Fáil says. That's one of the big stories on the front page of the Times today. Fianna Fáil calling on the incoming governor of the central bank to fully accept the findings of a report which said that he did indeed act unreasonably in relation to a leak of budget information in New Zealand. Now this is all kicking off over the past couple of days, and it's covered in the Times today. And Zappone and Harrison standoff over €4 million funding for disability care is another headline in the Times, with two government ministers at odds and engaging in a standoff over which of the departments should pay for the case of vulnerable young people after they turn 18. Up to €4 million in annual funding is at issue, says the Irish Times today.
The Irish Daily Mail says tech giants reveal their true colours. They're waging a concerted campaign to try and water down plans for a new online safety czar. That's on the front page there. And is this Ireland's biggest 99? The size of it.
It's huge.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that is. I heard yesterday that Roscommon has the cheapest 99 in the country.
Oh,
less than €1 apparently.
What?
And it's in a super value, so it's not as if it's some old
really
cheapy van or whatever. Yeah, so by all accounts, yeah, that's also on the front page of this morning's Irish Daily Mail.
And the front page of the Mirror today, GSOC locked into excessive €1 million per year long-term lease for HQ while nearby Garda station remains empty is one of the big stories. The Department of Justice confirming the O'Connell Street premises vacant. No decision has been taken on whether it will reopen as a Garda station. And the watchdog is locked into a 25-year €1 million year lease for its headquarters, which is obviously a lot of money. And shocking new figures show sex diseases and HIV rates are soaring among Ireland's young people. I heard Rory O'Neill actually very interestingly talking about HIV and the fact that in the 90s everybody was terrified about catching HIV, and when I remember when in the 90s watching MTV and there was so many ads on about HIV and so many ads about AIDS and all the rest, and that young people don't have any fear of HIV the way that my age group did, say.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, HIV rates are soaring, sadly. 16 people were diagnosed with HIV just last week. 16 people. Young people are spreading sexually transmitted diseases at an alarming rate, according to one expert. So that's outlined in today's Irish Mirror.
The Examiner's front page this morning says naval vessels docked by staff shortage. 2 ships had to be tied up in port indefinitely over the lack of manpower. On Post, staff query why Cork Centre is to close is also on the front page there. And there's a lovely photograph. Beach Buddies is the headline, and it's students from Spa National School playing on the beach yesterday here in Kerry, and it's a lovely shot of the lads scooping sand and everything else. It's a lovely picture of them on the front page of this morning's Irish Examiner.
If you've got pictures out and about yesterday of the sunshine in Kerry and what you got up to, we'd love to see them. Share them with us here on Facebook or by WhatsApping them to 083 300 3300. Now, loads going on in the county over the weekend and lots going on around the country as well. If you're up to something, do let us know. We'll give you a mention. It's Pride, of course, this weekend in Dublin. The Pride Parade happening tomorrow and loads of parties and a packed programme of Pride events happening. There have been over the past for the month, but this is the weekend when it all really culminates, so that should be a good one. The heat wave is obviously one of the things trending on Twitter this morning, with highs of 28 degrees yesterday. Beaches packed and the smell of sun cream was in the air. Did you add that in?
I did, yeah.
That's nice. And people had barbecues.
I did, yeah.
He did have a barbecue. Yeah. Did you wear sun cream? You looked like you did, actually.
I was well covered yesterday, although my shoulders did get a bit burnt actually under my t-shirt there.
Because One of the things we learned on the show yesterday is that Irish people think they have to wear sun cream when they go to Spain and France, but not when they're in Ireland.
Not in Ireland. Don't be stupid. The sun is not the same here.
No, of course not. No.
Democratic debate is trending this morning. So last night and the night before, the Democratic Party had live TV debates to basically decide who their candidate will eventually be to challenge the Donald in the next presidential debate. So that was on again last night. And Love Island, Tom and Arabella's lies finally caught up with them, and now they've been booted out. And everyone's like, yeah, Arabella, in your face, bitch, in your face, after what you did the weekend.
God, I've never heard of Arabella. She knew.
Arabella, no, I don't think so. I think she's been there, right? Well, maybe she was one of the new ones that came in after it started, but she's the reason that Yoanda's not in it. That's all I'm saying.
Yoan.
What goes around comes around.
So we found out as well, and I'm terribly disappointed with the results of this, but there's been a survey done to find Ireland's favourite chocolate bar, and the winner of Ireland's favourite chocolate bar is it's lovely, don't get me wrong, lovely. Can safely say I've never bought one.
Really?
It's so boring.
I bought one only last Monday.
Do you think it's the most boring bar ever?
Yeah, but it goes lovely with a can of Coke and a bag of crisps.
Don't get me wrong, like I just love chocolate and I love Cadbury's chocolate, so there's no going wrong with it, but like I can't imagine you go in, you'd have the array of bars in front of you and you would pick a dairy milk.
Yeah, I did. I bought just because it's so plain, but yeah, I bought it last Monday.
You could buy a packet of buttons, it'd be the same.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Do adults buy buttons, do you think?
I do.
Do you?
I only bought a large, the large
the
white
share
ones.
pack's different.
Yeah. Oh no, not that. Sorry, I mean they're no longer small buttons. No, they're big buttons.
Oh, the white ones are
nice. You
nice.
can no longer get the small ones.
Yeah, so the dairy milk is Ireland's favourite bar. I don't know. Right, our staycation competition continuing today with thanks to the lovely gang at Wild in Ballybunion. We've got an overnight stay in Wild to give away and dinner for two as well for 4 runner-up prizes. So a really nice prize on our staycation. Wild is supposed to be a lovely spot actually. I must check that out over the summer. And we'll also do our Gleneagle competition, and we've got Who's for Breakfast, which is today worth 170
quid, yeah.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, so morning to all the gang in Moriarty Centre and Farnford and Central Car Sales. 170 quid thanks to them. And good news, we've got details about how you could co-present the breakfast show with us. That's also going to be happening today, so we'll give you details on that. And we've a new competition starting Monday as well, all to do with our birthday. So there's loads going on.
Yeah.
So let us know what you're up to for the weekend. Any plans, give us a text or a WhatsApp, comment here. And we better get cracking because it's Friday.
And as I mentioned, tips to staying cool in the warm weather at night in bed. Got those in there. How to stay cool in bed coming up on the show today. Can't wait to tell you about that.
It involves sunglasses.